AK. All right, it's your boy Spankdog, aka Puffinstein at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and you already know. Breaking news: the person running for president, our ex-president Donald Trump, has been shot, I believe, in the ear. Um, Now I say he was shot in the ear because when I see the picture, he has blood on his face, and from the minute I heard the story, it was it was the dead spectator believes it. Yeah, listen, I'm definitely not saying that they staged it, and yes, listen, let me tell you something though. When you talk about that, the dead spectator believes it. They if they first of all, the government does very, very despicable stuff. So as far as like somebody being a casualty of a charade, that's not something I would put past the government or people that have been part of the government before. But I'm not saying that that spectator was killed, as part of a charade. Definitely not saying that. A matter of fact, rest in peace to the guy who has passed away. He's the person that I care about most in this situation. And after him, it's the other people that were wounded, even the president. Let me tell you something. As much as I'm not a fan of Trump, I'm not a fan of Biden either. What I'm saying is that if he if this was really just straight an attempt on his life, I feel for him too. You know, nobody deserves to try to get murdered because they've been president before and people don't like them as a running for president, and they try to take the man's life. If this is authentic, then whatever happens to the guy who made that critical mistake, and it's despicable too. I don't stand up for anybody that tries to take somebody's life just because they don't agree with their views and their policies. You know, I don't come in here like trying to get unorganic likes or views or subscriptions. None of that. This is all organic. The only reason I even did this live is because the first thing that popped into my head, and it was because of the wound on the target being so minor, was what made me wonder, was the sniper aiming for the ear or did he just miss? You know, when I found out that the president had been hit by a bullet, the first thing I said, I bet you it's not a serious wound. I even hoped it, and sure enough, it wasn't a serious wound. But that could mean that he got lucky. Because let me tell you something, the ear is right here, couple of inches to the other way, and it's over. To be honest with you, I don't know. You know, I like to keep it authentic, and I would, just because I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but look, let me tell you something. They're releasing all these documentaries saying that the government was hiding the fact that aliens literally crashed. You know what I'm saying? That's why police are taught to go for the center mass. Elaborate, dubwubs, if you could. You know, I I'm not really pleased with either of our choices for president. You know, if it's gonna be between Biden and Trump again, you know, they're questioning if he's even healthy enough to be President Biden. And now the other one's getting shot at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people always say the term you know, things couldn't get worse. It's always like that, you know. It's never been where everything's 100% okay. So there's always going to be some kind of turmoil, some kind of out of the blue random curveball that's despicable and disgusting. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it all, taking someone's, you know, life just because I mean, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. There's so much secrecy. People that protect him are called the Secret Service. You know, there's so much secrecy for anybody to talk like they know unless they're there. It's ludicrous. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta start admitting and saying, I don't know. People gotta stop acting like they know. You know, that's why when I worded that title, I was very careful. I tried to be articulate in creating the title because I didn't want people to think that I was like anti-Trump and I'm saying that it was a charade. No, I'm asking everybody what you think. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, yo, Dub Wubs, I can't lie to you. I'm not gonna say when I woke up and I heard about what happened, I didn't think he staged it. No, the first thing that popped into my head was it was staged. Then coincidentally, he got grazed, and in a part where it would look like nobody would try to graze the ear because it's too close to the head. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I only posed the question to the public. You know, what do you guys think? It's not only about what I think. I've stated what I think, you know, and I want to know what you guys think. Double Up says something to the effect that he said that's why police are taught to go for center mass. I think he's referring to like where the president is, you know, so like that's where you know the concentrated shots would be fired because that's where the location of the target would be. Man, I'm not a fan of Trump, but I don't wish this on him. Mm-mm. You know, nobody. You know, I'm not a little kid no more, man. Maybe when I was 14, 15, 17, 20, 22, I would think on some, you know, some not cool stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like at 48 years old, my mind is way clearer. And like I said, as much as I don't trust the United States government, along with the global government, I mean, even other countries' governments, I would really believe, you know, there's other governments that are way worse than the United States. You know, you don't want to get caught, you know, messing around like in Locked Up Abroad. You know how they get caught in other countries doing stupid stuff. Then you'll see a government that's horrible, you know. But our government could be horrible too, you know. I'm not capitalizing off of this neither. I came on because I got my channel and you know, put nothing past the government, that's for sure. All right, put nothing past the government, that's for sure. Yes, Dub Wubs, that I definitely agree with. That's what I was talking about yesterday. I had did a live about the listen. When you say aliens, everybody thinks, a lot of people still think people are crazy when they talk about aliens. Before I even say this, for anybody that might not know, 3 U.S. pilots went before Congress and spoke about alien sightings and UFO sightings, UABs. They stopped calling them aerial because they've seen these things submerge into water. So now they've got a more generalized title for them. But listen, man, they done came out and said that Roswell was real and that they hid it for it's about 70 years now. You're right when you say don't put nothing past the government. Dub Wubs wrote, put nothing past the government, that's for sure. And yeah, you're right about that. That's a solid statement. You know, you got to remember too, you're not present. Whenever you're not present, you got to be careful with what you say, for sure. When you're present, when you can hear, see, touch, and taste, that's when you know for sure. He's talking about the location, I believe, Dubwub's about where Trump got grazed in the ear or shot in the ear, whatever it is. I haven't been paying attention to the news. Right now I got my TV on pause and let me listen a little. Like I said before, rest in peace to the man that passed away. Whoever his family is, the people that are mourning his passing, my condolences, my sincere condolences. To the others that were wounded, I believe 2 others were wounded. My sincere, heartfelt, um, um, sorrow goes out to you guys also. I'm praying that those injuries aren't bad, because when they say 2 got hit but didn't die, that don't mean that they didn't sustain really bad injuries. So for the 2 that lived, I mean, like I said, first of all, rest in peace to the man that left. But second of all, to the people that were hit and lived, I pray for you guys that it wasn't a life-altering injury. I'm praying that it's something you could come back from, and your life will go back to normal. You know what I'm saying? I don't. People hear that somebody's injured and right away they think, "Oh, he's gonna be okay." That's not the case. You know, Depending on where the entry wound is, the people that got injured could be hurt really bad. So just say prayers for the people that were injured. Listen, man, if you're the kind of guy, look up Project. All right, I'm gonna read you guys what Dubwub said. Look up Project Bluebeam, a CIA operation, holographic aliens. The Pew Pew guy was taken out by SS, Secret Service. All right. So the holographic aliens, I've seen them. They call them I seen this yesterday. They call them the jellyfish aliens. I've seen what looked like a robotic shape floating over the water. And then the other alien, they said thermal imaging is the only reason why they caught it. They said a regular camera or a night vision camera wouldn't have seen the holographic alien you're referring to. They said the only reason they seen him was because of thermal imaging, meaning the heat or the cold. And he was trying to dodge the detection because they would catch him and he would change his temperature. I don't know what's going on right now, but this is all suspect as it's ever been, and I don't get all riled up because we've seen so many things over the years. History dictates that things happen. If I think that this means like something big is coming, not really. But I definitely would not sleep on something could be in the works bigger than we ever thought. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yo, Dub Wubs, much love for showing up. I'm gonna read his thing one more time for all you people. Look up Project Bluebeam, a CIA operation, holographic aliens, and he uses the pew pew guy because he doesn't want to use certain words because YouTube is they're on their censor stuff hardcore these days, and he said he was taken out by the Secret Service. Much love to all you guys out there. Love, peace, and head grease. You already know what it is. I came on. I'm not trying to capitalize off of this man being hit. And like I said, if it's authentic, I hope he's okay.